Well. Let's talk about what today is. Today is May 1st, and you are in tune to House Calls with your man, Dr. Rory T. Edwards. And it's just a great day because not only are we going to discuss the month of May as mental health awareness, we are going to let every other zodiac sign know that we are now, and we have been in for a few days, in the season of Taurus. So, if you're not a Taurus, your season really doesn't count. But anyway, want to say shout out to all my Taurian uh, zodiac colleagues, and we're going to get right into it because we understand that mental health awareness is very, very important. And as I operate within that lane, I want to make sure that we take all of the opportunities to be able to share information that's going to help individuals in their transformational walk. And so, again, welcome to House Calls. Where healing isn't just suggested, it's required. And if you have any comments, concerns, or questions, you can definitely contact us at www.rorytedwards.com, or you may send us an email at rorytedwards1 at gmail.com. But we want to let people know that this really, mental health awareness is really not about a weakness. This is about your wholeness, right? Because too many people are silently bleeding emotionally while publicly smiling. How many people we know walking around and they always, every time we see them, they're smiling, they're excited, but inside there's turmoil going on. And once you give them an opportunity to share, you realize that uh, you are in a different, they're in a different place. So today we're unmasking strength and we are reclaiming our right to rest, reflect, and rise. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. But we're going to bring up some points. So you know I have to bring up some points and I have to share some great things that you can do while you are addressing not only your mental health awareness during the month of May, but also during the month of every month, because every month you work on your mental health is also a very good month that you are beginning to unmask all of the all of the trauma that you may have gone through, all of the questions that you may have about your ability, all of the self-doubt that you're having in your head, the self-sabotaging conversations that you're having with yourself, the procrastination um, that you may have in getting something done. That's not because of the fact that you don't want to get it done. It's just that you have blockage that causes you not to fulfill those obligations because you have constantly and consistently self sabotage yourself. So, what are some main points we're going to talk about today? One of them, I'm going to give you, let me see, I have 5 points, and then I'm going to give you a solution because that's what we do here at the House Calls with Dr. Rory T. Edwards. So, number one, mental health is not a luxury, it's a lifetime. So, one of the things that we do on a regular basis, and I always tell people about this, we schedule oil changes, we schedule doctor's appointments, we schedule to get our car registered, we schedule dentist appointments, but we never schedule a mental health consultation or a mental health appointment because we think I got it all together. And like I said, on the outside, you're gold, and on the inside, you are in turmoil. And so we have to understand that mental health needs to be a luxury of our daily maintenance, not something that we just do when it's too late. Most of the times, when people like myself see clients, they've already have imploded and they're on the verge of explosion. And so what happens is that they noticed things that were occurring, but they thought they can solve it themselves. And everybody in the world needs somebody to lean on. And so that's when I always talk about your circle of influence. If you have a circle of influence, who do you call? Who do you call when you think that you're about to implode? That's what you need to determine as you move forward in your daily life. You need to have a person that you can call, that you say, this person can help you through some of these things that you're going to. Um, so, like I said, mental health should be part of our daily maintenance, not our last resort. Now, number two, this is for the people who are melanated. Let's talk about the melanated community. uh, it's time for you to talk. It's time for us to talk. It's time for us to think that we got everything together. Because in reality, based on what we went through and have gone through and are still going through, let's not forget that what we're still going through. We need to have support systems where we don't have to posture and pontificate on, I got everything together. My hair is done. My dress is tight. I got a nice house. I got a nice car. All of those things are camouflaging how you really feel. A lot of those people going to dispute me and say, nah, 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 you just don't have it. I have it. I don't have to have it to know. I know that a lot of things that people do are to distract the attention away from themselves. So they buy things that will take the eye off of them and put the eye of someone else on that thing, right? Why do people buy big, big, expensive cars and then choose to live in their mother's or father's or family's basement or sleep on a relative's couch or couch hop every day? Why do people do that? But they drive around in a $90,000 car. That's because their mental health is not in balance. So we have to also in the melanated community, we have to stop going from the statement that we always say, I'm gonna pray about it. Because see, let me explain something to you. In my relationship with the creator, praying is letting the creator know that you want to do something. And so he or whatever you choose to identify that creator is going to open the door. He's not going to do it for you. That's why he gave you life. Your life is your opportunity to do for yourself and not believe that the creator is going, you want money, you think that he's going to drop a box of money at your front door? No, he's going to provide your mind. He's going to open up your mind. He's going to open up opportunities for you, but you have to recognize him. But if you are traumatically damaged from things in your life that you haven't released, they're blocked. You're blocked. You won't even understand that the doors are opening. You're going to look at a conversation with somebody because you're going to look at not liking them first before you look at them as an opportunity. And so you have to understand that sometimes we have to take away those words. I'm just going to pray about it, or tough it out, or man up. How can somebody tell a young person to man up if they're not a man? If they walking around doing things that men are not to do, or they don't have the blueprint on what it is to do as a man. Don't tell me to man up. Tell me how I put together the stepping stones to become a man. Don't just tell kids, our young kids out there, man up, because the examples that we have provided are terrible. So I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just spewing the facts to you. So let's talk about another one. Silence. But silence is not strength, and denial is not dignity. Talking about our trauma doesn't make us broken, it makes us brave. That's right. So many people want to hide. Like I said, we camouflage everything. We go out, we got to get our hair done. The sisters right now are wearing them eyelashes that I think if you click too many times on your eyes, you're gonna cut your eyeballs out. But you're wearing the long eyelashes. What's the thing? I got to bring my granddaughter into this. She told me something yesterday about her baby hairs. What's the baby hair stuff got to do with something? I don't even know where that comes from. But your baby hairs, you got to get your baby hairs right. You got to get your dress right. You got to go to the gym. You're way on one side of the spectrum, but you're not really balanced on the other side of the spectrum. So you have to understand that talking about our trauma doesn't make us broken, it makes us brave. Let's talk about number three. Anxiety and depression don't always look like sadness, right? Sometimes it looks like perfectionism. You ever see people walking around and you're like, oh my God, they got it so together. And then behind closed doors, you go to that person's house and it looks like a tornado came through. That's because they spend so much energy and so much of their vibration is pleasing others as they navigate through the maze of life, that they look like perfectionism on the outside, but inside, I'm gonna keep saying it, turmoil is eating them up every day. Okay. Number two is sometimes it looks like isolation in a room full of people. Anxiety and depression doesn't always look like sadness. And what's the third one? Mental illness wears many masks. We must learn to see beneath them. We must learn to see beneath them in ourselves first before we can recognize other people. So please don't think that because I do this therapy work that I don't have self reflections with myself every day. After every session, I sit down and I analyze how did I navigate the process and did I help the person navigate through the process successfully to give them the courage and the opportunity to begin working on themselves. So it's not something that I'm sitting up here talking to you about without working on myself. And every therapist needs a therapist and every person needs a coach. So if you are not prioritizing your funds to do something for yourself, then eventually yourself is going to catch up and it's going to cause an implosion of your mental stability. Okay? Now let's go to number four. The price of ignoring mental health. Unchecked emotions turn into broken relationships, burnout, substance abuse, and even self harm. We pay the price in private when we don't speak the truth in public. I'm gonna say that again because that's like something that you got to hear again. We pay the price in private when we don't speak the truth in public. Hmm, think about that. We walk around and we tap dance. We walk on eggshells. We say certain things. Um, we pay the price in private when we don't speak the truth in public. Now, what does that mean? That means that again, I keep going back to camouflage. We put on all of the acts, we put on all of the masks, we put on all of the images that we believe people want to see, but it's not what we are as a person. And this is why I think we need to really highlight this month as Mental Health Awareness Month because there are so many people we see in our daily routine that we deal with in our jobs, in our churches, in our relationships, in our friendships, in our gym memberships, in all of the things that we are involved in. We see people that are mentally unstable and we allow them to continue without just maybe even suggestion to them. Have they seen somebody about what they're doing and how they're acting and how they're behaving? And some people may take it wrong because they think that they've done a great job at camouflaging themselves, when in reality, you're revealing to them that they have been exposed. So you have to really concentrate on how you direct the words because we do live in a very, very thin skinned society now. Everybody is so hurt when you say something. That's why people text because there's no emotions behind it. And if somebody hears a text, it's the space that they're in that they receive that message based on the space that you may be sending it. So that's why when I tell people I only text a few times and then we got to get on the phone because if I look at and hear the direction of the conversation, I want to know exactly what you're really saying to me. Okay? So let's go to the fifth one. Healing is a journey, not a moment. I want you to know that therapy is strength. Therapy is not something that is exposing you being weak. Therapy is strength. Your boundaries are strength. That's what I say. A lot of times people boundaries shift as they engage in different conversations, as they engage in different relationships, as they act when they go to certain places. Their boundaries shift. And we know what we're talking about on those. Saying I need help is a strength. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Because if you can't get up out of a chair and the place closes and you don't ask for help, you're going to be sitting in the building in the chair by yourself, right? So asking for help or saying I need help is strength. And the final thing this month, make a vow. I will not suffer in silence anymore. Make a vow that says I will not suffer in silence anymore. All right? So I want to leave you with a challenge. This May, I challenge you to do more than post a hashtag or wear a ribbon. I challenge you to check on yourself, to check on strong friends, to tell the truth, even if your voice shakes. Tell the truth, even if your voice shakes. Mental health is the foundation of how we love, how we lead, how we learn, and how we live. Don't wait until you break to start your healing. Okay, this is your man, Dr. Rory T. Edwards, with House Calls Mental Health Awareness Month, May. I hope all of you are taking care of yourself. I hope you all are embracing the greatness that you were put on this earth and living in your purpose. And I want to remind you that you are not alone and you are not broken if you address your mental health wellness. So until the next time, I gotta say shout out to my sister. She jumped in on and left me a few comments. So I appreciate that. And all those others who have listened, and all those who will be taking care and taking heed to this information. You may not want to hear from me because you may know me from a different phase of life, but guess what? If I don't grow, I die. So I'm growing. I'm growing. I'm reaching for the sky because I know that the sky and the universe is the limit. And I take my directions from the Creator who gives me the insight and the wisdom to deliver these messages. These aren't messages that I make up. These are messages that are given to me um, through my process of asking for direction on what topic do I need to address each week. So I want to give you a quick three things to do this week or going forward. I want you to schedule one self-care moment each week this month. One self-care moment each week this month, right? Number two, I want you to reach out to someone who may be struggling. Check in with intention, not with invasion. Check in with intention, not with invasion. And share your story, your struggle, your strengths online. And use your platform to normalize the conversation. To normalize the conversation. Don't go out and talk like you're the victim. Talk like you're the victor. Okay? And things will begin to change and you'll start to release some of these toxins that have been holding you down for years. I guarantee you that process will happen. And if you don't believe me, once again, check in with me and we can definitely set up an initial consultation at www.rorytedwards.com, or you may send me an email at rorytedwards1 at gmail.com. All right, family, I truly appreciate you. I want you to begin to take care of yourself. I want you to stay blessed. I want you to walk with your head up, your chest out, and walk with pride as the kings and queens you were brought on this planet to be. So until we talk again, remember your mental health is your foundation for life. And don't forget, it's Taurus season. So until we talk, you all be well, stay blessed. Ashe.